I have no idea what's happening. But anyway, so hello guys. This is my first stream, and I just want to talk about something that I have posted recently. So I asked everybody in my community to check to help me understand if there is any migration plans happening from cloud to on-premise data centers, because the trend started last year. And then I'm just trying to figure out if this is actually a growing trend or this is a trend that is diminishing. So I launched this poll and I asked everybody to um, tell me if they are seeing in their organization where they are migrating from on-prem, cloud to on-premise. And as you can see, I got 203 votes, out of which 24% said yes. 38 said no, probably because they are not aware. 10% said not sure, and 28% have decided to skip this poll altogether. Now, let me explain you why I'm calling this as a trend. Right before I go there, let me show you this division of innovation graph. Um, so for any new technology that is coming up, or any new change that is happening in the technology, or any new change that is happening in medicine or science or whatever, it has to go through this phase, right? So this phase, initial phase, will constitute, let's say, 2.5% of people. Second stage, this is innovator stage, and the early adopter stage will constitute of 13.5%. And then, early majority is around 35, 34, and same is late majority, 34. 16 is laggers, right? In any industry, if you really want to see the trend, you really have to understand whether people have crossed these early adopters and then they have entered this early majority phase. That's the trend. That's how you measure the trend. As you can see, innovators are 2 point, it's usually 2.4% people. It's usually uh, first. These guys are usually first to adopt, and obviously they are risk takers. Even if you are considering on cloud to on-premise migration, not everybody are really confident to do it, but there will be some people, let's say two or three people out of 100 people, who will take the risk and then do it for themselves, because they are the ones who dare to do it. And once they do it and show it to the world, then you will see the rise of early adopters. If you can see the article here, it says cultural change requires early adopters. So whenever there is a cultural change, be it in technology or be it in, again, as I said, in science or in medicine, in any field that you pick, it has to cross this early adopters phase. Um, so which is 13.5% in our case. Okay. Um, so if you can see, early adopters are those, again, who adopt innovations early on, but they are more like they choose things carefully. Than if they're not right away stepping in without any checks. Or these guys are not like innovators. They wait for a while before they step in. Right now, third stage is early majority. This is now, once we get into this early majority stage, people will start adopting the technology more and more, right? As you can see, they will do it only after some popularity is whatever they are trying to chase. It needs to catch up with some popularity. So usually this happens with innovators and early adopters. These two guys clearly state, hey, this is a trend that is working. You can confidently take the path, and early adopters come in, right? This is when you enter the mainstream. Now, if you can go back and look into the trend, out of 200 people, again, whatever you are seeing here, almost all the people who have attended this poll, is majority of them are from Kubernetes, DevOps, cloud background. Whatever the community that I have built is totally based on cloud background. So these guys know what they're talking about. So 200 people said 24%, which is around 48 people, said that they are considering an on-prem migration, right? So if you can look at this trend, it's clearly 13.5 plus 2.5, which is 16, right? 16 plus 9 is 25. So which means the trend is somewhere around here, right? So which means that last year, I'm assuming early adopter stage crossed in the last year. Now we are in a phase where, I mean, like early adopters crossed in the last year. Now we got into a phase where early majority is kicking in. Now, once this jump starts happening, you will eventually see the rise, right? So from 25 to it'll go to 30, 40, 50, and it'll rise and rise and rise until it reaches the saturation point, which is 34 plus 16, which is 50. And from there, it will start declining again, right? The point that I'm trying to stress here is people will start migrating um, from cloud to on-premise setup, and we will eventually see the trend growing. So my hard take is it is the right time for anybody who, if you are a DevOps engineer, if you are somebody who is trying to get into a DevOps field, it is the right time for you to invest your energy in and how to deal with things at on-premise. How do you manage the security in the on-premise systems? How do you manage the network in on-premise systems? How do you set up Kubernetes in on-premise system? How do you do the hybrid deployment between cloud and on-premise? In current scenarios, I'm seeing a lot of people are willing to uh, bring down their development and QA environments in cloud environment and ship them back to on-premise, where they will have set of VMs deployed in their data center, or they will hire some hardware from any specific data center. They'll rent it and they'll deploy there. So what happens is usually you'll see anywhere between cost cutting of 20 to 30%, right? So this is exactly what we did last year. So whatever we did, we migrated our Dev and QA instances from cloud to our on-premise data center, and we were able to drop the cloud costs by 20%. So this trend is happening. I spoke to a few people who are already doing this. 3 days back, I also spoke to a co-founder who is also confirmed that they are having plans to migrate some of their infrastructure from cloud to uh, on-premise data centers. So yeah, I think this is one trend that I'm seeing. Um, I, if you can invest, let's say 30 minutes or maybe 1 hour per day to upskill yourself in this space, in 6 months' time, I think you will find yourself in a decent position. So that's my hard take. I really want to get this message out. Um, and yeah, this is my first stream. So I'm keeping it short, but I'm planning for a bigger streams at a later point in time. I will stream both theory as well as practical. Right now, I'm not able to show you anything, but this is just my analysis. So if you think this is relatable, do let me know. Do comment on this post or the stream, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you sometime. So thanks for watching. Bye.